Welcome back to The Window, the sports betting podcast where we try to turn a losing hobby into a legitimate side hustle. I'm going to nerd out on baseball on you. I'll go ahead and give you the picks up front so you can, if you want to get out of here, you can get out of here, and then I'll do a little quick deep dive. It's going to be a quick video. I'm not going to hold you long, especially for baseball, because you can go down a rabbit hole that will never end if you wanted to. As you know, on the To the Window Sports Betting Podcast. This is the Degenerates Daily Digest. Why are you yelling? Trying to record, babe. Jesus. We're on the Giants, the Marlins, the Astros, the Guardians, the Angels, and the Diamondbacks. And I'll get into why. They're all underdogs. Always underdogs. But real quick, I want to recap the last 2 weeks. And this is why I love baseball and betting only underdogs. We are 21 wins and 28 losses in the past 2 weeks. Losing record. We're almost up a unit. So when this thing gets going, the money's going to start coming in. Just trust me on this. Follow me on this. Believe me on this. Fade the Dodgers. Always. Every chance you get. Fade the Yankees. Every chance you get. Bet the Nationals on the road as an underdog. Every chance you get. Never bet the Nationals at home as a favorite. Every chance you get. Who else is there? The Marlins at home, if they're a dog, take them every chance you get. Follow these trends, and not even trends, just there are teams you bet on and there are teams that you do not bet on, and the Dodgers are one of those teams. They're not in the card tonight, so I'm going to get into this. First up, we got the Giants at plus 108 against against the Toronto Blue Jays. Dylan Cease is on the mound, and he is second and probably in the Cy Young voting in the American League. He's got a 2.79 ERA, 2.89 expected ERA, 2.27 FIP, 2.62 xFIP. Look, you can Google all these stats, do some of your own homework, and 13.65 strikeouts per nine. Solid. This dude is good. I'm behind Cam Schlittler of the Yankees. He should be your Cy Young winner. But I mean, go ahead and lock that thing up and give it to Schlittler. He is the Schlittler. I make myself laugh. But Logan Webb is just as good of a pitcher, and he's going rounding back into form. Pitchers go through these ebbs and flows of regressions through summer and spring and things like that. So he's got a 3.32 FIP, 3.57 xFIP, and a 51% ground ball rate. That's important. Why? Because Toronto's offense is hot fucking garbage. It is trash. The San Francisco Giants, their offense is trash as well. So you're free and clear to take a peek at that under because it's worth it, especially at that ballpark. The under is definitely worth a look. I'm not adding totals to the portfolio until next season. I'm getting this underdog thing down first, and then we'll move into totals next season. It's a process, guys. It year long, always trying to find an edge. Right now, we're finding it with underdogs. But San Francisco has a 3.51 expected on-base average, a 3.51 against Cease, and Toronto's 3.24 against Logan Webb. Toronto's offense, again, I said, is inconsistent. It sucks as of right now. So we're taking the Giants plus 108 against the Toronto Blue Jays. Game number 2. Remember what I said about the Marlins at home as an underdog? We're going to take them today. It's not a pitching edge bet. It's a follow the sharp money. I just think Seattle's on a long road trip. They're going to struggle kind of bet. George Kirby has been great. He's not like Brian Wu, who's the other pitcher for the Mariners who went yesterday, who has a ERA under 2 at home, but on the road he has like a 6. George Kirby, 3.73 expected ERA, 3.37 FIP, 3.65 xFIP, and only 2 walks per 9 innings. Tyler Phillips, he's got a good ERA at 3.52, but deeper numbers make you think danger. He's got a 4.81 expected ERA, 4.55 FIP, 4.65 expected FIP, so he's leveling out there. His expected ERA is what is the problem. And their current bats are hitting over. They're hitting 578 with batters on base average. Miami's a home dog. They're not usually home dogs. They're one of the hottest teams in the National League right now. So we are going to take the Marlins at plus 117. Whatever number you get, it's a dog. Take the Seattle Marlins on the money line against the Seattle Mariners. Next up, remember what I said about the Nationals being favored at home? They've been favored, I think, 3 games in a row. They should not be favored at home. They're not that good at home. They're much better on the road. Much, much better on the road. We're going to take the Astros against the Washington Nationals. Foster Griffin's ERA looks great at 2.87, but you got to look under the hood. His expected ERA is 4.06. His FIP is 4.28. His expected FIP is a little bit lower, 84% strand rate, and that's serviceable. Arrighetti, who's going for the Astros, is a little more volatile. He's got a 4.72 expected ERA, 4.64 FIP, 4.58 expected FIP, but Houston at plus money is playable because the Nationals are not good at home. And I'm going to ride this every time, preach it from the rooftops. Nationals at home as a favorite, you fade them. Nationals on the road as a dog, you bet them. Stick that in your pipe, smoke it to the filter. Fourth game up. We're taking the Guardians against the Twins. And this is the best fit for the TTW kind of baseball underdog model. Slade Jacoby, he's not elite. He's got a 4.44 ERA, but an expected ERA of 4.52, 4.40 FIP. But Prelip, who's the pitcher for the Twins, he's got a better swing and miss ratio, but his ERA is still almost 5. Eventually, the Guardians bats have got to get going. I think they will here. And I think Slade Ciccone at home, I think this, or on the home, road, whatever, doesn't matter. I think this is a good spot to get a plus price. It should be an even money bet. And if you're giving me a 15% edge towards a team, I'm going to take the 15% edge. If the Twins were plus 115, I'd be taking the Twins, but they got the Guardians at plus 115, so I'm taking that. And I think this is 2 more. We're on the Angels against the Rangers. I'm following the money here, and I will pull it up and tell you why right now so I can give it to you live. Looking at Circa in Sportsbook, where they take big money bets right now, as of this moment, which is 1:25 p.m. on Wednesday, July the 8th. Find what fucking game I'm looking for. Jesus Christ. Yeah, 60% of the money. Nope. Is that right? 60% of the money and 85%. Get the fuck out of here. That's crazy. Let's see. Yeah, 60% of the money and 85% of the tickets are on the Angels. That's big money coming in on the Angels. So somebody believes in something. Sharp guys who know these stats much better than I do believe in something. And I believe in the sharp guys who nerd out about this shit. And all these stats I'm spitting at you, I'm not coming up with these, man. I'm just doing the research and finding them and looking for an edge with them. But this is where I follow the sharp money. Urania, his ERA is nice at 3.03. His only issue is the walks per 9, and his expected FIP is 4.36. Mackenzie Gore, his ERA is worse, but his underlying numbers are better. He's averaging almost 10 strikeouts per 9, 3.45 FIP, 3.94 xFIP, and the Angels hitters are hot garbage. I probably should have done this first 5 now that I'm talking about it. Kind of wish I did. If you're catching this in time, if you can get plus money on the Angels first 5, take the first 5. Don't do the full game. The Angels bullpen is trash. My bet's already in, so it's probably fucked. Don't follow me on this, but if you want to follow a bet on this game, take the Angels in the first 5. I think that'll be good for you. And last up, we're on the Diamondbacks against the Padres. This is another pure sharp money follow play. Right now I'm showing the Padres have 63% of the tickets, but the Diamondbacks have 63% of the money. Never follow the tickets. Always follow the money. If 38% of the tickets and 63% of the money are on the Diamondbacks, I'm going to go with the Diamondbacks every time. I think they're looking for regression from Michael King on the road. The pitcher going from Diamondbacks is rough. 6.42 expected ERA. 5.89 FIP, 5.13 expected FIP, and he's given up 2 home runs per 9 innings. Michael King, he's great, but he's not flawless. He's definitely a safer bet. But again, here we do not pay juice on baseball. We bet underdogs. No juice. Arizona just has a 2.43 on base average against them. I'm following sharp money. That's it. It's just that easy sometimes, guys. The stats can do all they want. There are guys that once you recognize that there are people who study this a lot deeper than you and that are a lot smarter than you and accept that information, you realize that this thing that we do, you're here because you have some gamble in you. It's about making money. It's not about being right. Who gives a fuck if you're right, if you're wrong? If it makes you money, it makes you money. All right. So that's the card. We're on the Giants, the Marlins, the Astros, the Guardians, the Angels, the Diamondbacks. It's 10 minutes of your time taken up. Hopefully we'll have a good card. Yesterday was terrible. We went 2-3, 2-4. But again, we're still over the past 2 weeks, 21 wins, 28 losses, and we're still profitable. That's why we bet the way we bet. Take a moment, like and subscribe to the video. Have a great day. Don't bet what you can't afford to lose. And if a bet makes you truly sweat, you're not doing it right. This is Jemiah from the To The Window Sports Betting Podcast with your MLB Wednesday update. I'll see you guys on the next one. Love.